Hi, I'm Micah Brady, real estate broker here in the Santa Ynez Valley. I love calling the Santa Ynez Valley my home. Throughout my career, I've had the opportunity to visit some amazing properties and meet some amazing people, and I'd like for you to meet them all. So welcome to our Meet the Valley series. Hi, I'm Micah Brady, real estate broker here in the Santa Ynez Valley.
And I'm Erica Jane Flores, a fourth generation Santa Ynez Valley resident and Director of Development and Communications at Santa Ynez Valley People Helping People.
What is People Helping People?
Yeah. So People Helping People has been around for 30 years, and it was started by locals that saw a need first and foremost for people that needed food. So what started in even the trunk of the cars, the vets hall at churches, grew into a multifaceted organization where food distribution is still a primary program, but has grown from that delivering of food and sharing of food into 18 unique programs that service all of the Santa Ynez Valley and Los Alamos.
Talk about some of those programs, because I don't think everybody really knows the extent of what you guys are doing.
Absolutely. So we believe first and foremost the most basic needs should be met of every person. And so our food grew up as a part of that. But if you're in need of food, it's likely that maybe needing rental assistance, housing assistance, mental health and wellness. We have a comprehensive, free to all the community, from clients as young as 5 to in their 90s, that are receiving free therapy services. We have a network of family resource centers at each of our local elementary schools and a teen mentoring hub at the high school known as the Pirates Cove. We do some type of food distribution almost every day of the week, including you and your family helped us build and renovate a brand new outdoor food pantry that ensures everybody has access 24/7 to either take or give. We provide assistance in accessing health care services, giving ride to appointments, or just navigating all of the assistance programs that are offered locally and as well as through our government. So we have case managers that help somebody navigate everything from Social Security to CalFresh, Medi-Cal, or enrolling in school. Truly, it's whatever somebody needs to achieve self-sustainability. Somebody is here to help and live up to our name of People Helping People.
You know, in my business, I'm selling these multi-million-dollar
Yes.
pieces of property, and we have a lot of affluence and wealth here in the valley. But People Helping People has been around for 30 years, and it's grown because of the need for it.
The Santa Ynez Valley is such a magical place, whether you're calling it home or you're coming for a weekend. And it's magical because you know that you can dine in the finest restaurants, enjoy agriculture's bounty that's grown right here in our region, stay in incredible hotels and resorts now, and just really get to experience rural and community life, or the Danish capital of the world. All of that is only possible because of the hardworking efforts of a workforce in the fields, in our hospitality industry, and those types of wages don't sustain the cost of living in this valley. So absolutely, all the things that we love is the product of hardworking efforts, and many of the people that make it all happen are those that we need to help fill the gaps and make sure that everybody here has the opportunity to realize their full potential. For me, on a very personal level, I am fourth generation, born and raised on a family ranch. In fact, my great-grandparents purchased the ranch 100 years ago and had everything from cattle ranching to a dairy to planting a vineyard and a winery. And really enjoying the fruits of what it is to have a family legacy across that many generations in our valley. At the same time, my dad, whom you know very well, which is our connection, who was a laborer working alongside your dad and his projects, came here from Mexico, worked in the vineyards himself. The Firestones endorsed my dad to become a U.S. citizen. And when I think about people like the Firestones, or I think about your dad, it is those that saw my dad as a worthy and valuable person and a contributor that could also make the valley home for 40 plus years, and enabled my dad to build a life here. But without that type of endorsement, without being included as the fabric of this community, that wouldn't be possible. So growing up, I saw being a part of ranch owners and business owners, to my dad, fulfilling his American dream and going from working in the fields to being a local business owner and trusted community, partner and leader. At the time, I had no idea how that would influence my work at People Helping People. That, everybody that walks through our doors may be at one of the hardest times of their life, but they're all striving for the same thing, to have their basic needs met, to reach their full potential, to be able to take care of their families, to have a safe and secure and warm home to go to, and a meal on the table. So it's so important that what we do at this community and what we do at People Helping People is serve everybody that walks through our doors with dignity, and know that we're all striving for the same thing. And for 30 years, what makes this community really special is that we are people helping people.
How can our audience out there help People Helping People? What can they do?
We are all feeling the crunch of the economy, and we see it in our food prices, and we see it in our housing market. And so clients that are coming to us are really trying to, they're having a hard time. And so anytime that we can donate to help offset the cost of food, the amount that we've spent in the first 6 months in rental assistance is far exceeding the prior years. So every time that somebody donates financially or service through our food distribution, it's immediately impacting our local neighbors in need.
When I was in high school, I was working for your dad, more or less. And
my dad would say that he helped teach you how to work hard.
Yeah. Well, he did. I was a little.
My dad said that he was going to make sure that Micah knew how to work hard, and then he always knew that sometime in the afternoon your sister would come out with home-baked cookies and lemonade, and it was the greatest joy of my dad's day. So you have been a part of our family for a very long time.
He did instill in me the appreciation and respect for you had to work hard and do the work and have a good meal. For lunch was always a key component. We always had like that break. So I think at the time, when you're doing work and you're a teenager, it's not the funnest thing to do.
Yeah.
Looking back upon that, I have great appreciation for it, and they're very fond memories. But here you are. You've you've gone off. You've come back. Talk a little bit about your story. I think it's an incredible valley story, as we're talking about Meet the Valley. Where you've gone and you've really come back to your roots.
Everything that I love about the Valley today is really everything that drove me crazy growing up. We would always say, Our parents knew what we had done, good or bad, before we got home, or even before we decided to do it. Because with 4 generations of family here and growing up on both sides of Refugio, everybody knew everything. And everybody knew everyone. And then my dad, he wouldn't even let me drive across 154. You know, he was that protective. So I did leave. I went off to college. I lived on a ship for 75 days at semester at sea. I taught international food marketing in France and Switzerland when I was with the University of Kentucky. And then I began my life in philanthropy and being a major gift officer. Again, I can kind of draw all the common threads back to being here in the Valley in terms of being in a space where everybody took care of each other. When you had something to give, you gave, and when you were in need, someone was there to help, and everybody wanted everybody to feel success. I think about your parents helped me go to college, helped me do that semester at sea experience, and have been champions of my life and invested in my life through and through. I didn't realize how special that was until I became a mom myself. So with a newly 5-year-old, when she was born, I still was away, and I just realized that there is nothing more important that I could give her than a community that cares, and to be around family, and so it ended up being a really easy decision to move back here in Santa Ynez. And so she's at school at Santa Ynez Elementary at the college school district where my great-grandma taught, where my grandma went to school, where I and my brother graduated from, and now where I get to serve on the school board. And
Go Bobcats.
Go Bobcats, absolutely. What's fascinating is that when I took this role to be a part of an organization that's been here for 30 years, I thought for sure I was going to be connecting with people like you that I've known throughout my whole life. And that's true. But what's also really neat is that I started right at what we thought was maybe the end of the pandemic, but really was still the beginning. So I started at the end of 2020 in this role. And what was amazing is how many people I've met, many of your clients that are new, that decided that through the pandemic, they wanted something different out of life and out of community, and the Santa Ynez Valley was the perfect place to call home. And they reached out to us and said, how can we help? So many of our key volunteers and our key donors are people that have moved here in just the last couple of years. And I think it wasn't just about beautiful scenery, and it wasn't just about great food and wine, but it was really a desire to be connected to people, to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. And people helping people provides that venue for no matter what part of life and sector of this community you want to give back. And so I've been able to connect with so many of our new Valley residents that have become an important part of what it means to call this place home. So you're selling luxury estates, and I like to think about our role is how do you become a part of the community?
Besides giving financially, there's some really cool events that you have coming up. Tell us about those.
We do. PHP is known for helping when you're in need. We are also known for some of the Valley's most premier signature social events of the year. Vino de Sueños, which was started by local vintners who wanted to give back and ensure our services were available for vineyard and farm working workers and their families. So 100% of the benefits raised go to underwrite our programs and services. And it includes long-standing wineries and new startups. They donate cases of wine that get a Vino de Sueños label officially. Then we have local artists who donate their art, and we have local chefs that donate their food. And we have an incredible wine release party, art auction, and tasting of just the most exciting culinary delights at the Brainerd Vineyard, which is also, Fred is another longstanding local vintner and partner of this event. The other neat is people may not know one of the best kept secrets in the Valley, in that Fred has a personal collection of Mexican folk art.
Wow.
And an incredible gallery and museum that is not open to the public, but you will have access to this truly world-renowned collection. Oh. Did you know that there was an art museum?
I had no idea.
It's incredible. So then the much anticipated, our 11th annual Santa Ynez Valley Polo Classic, presented 11th, yeah, presented by Happy Canyon Vineyard at Piocho Ranch. This is a private ranch that you wouldn't also have access to outside of this event. Brings over 1,000 people, both locals and people fly in for this event. 3 incredible matches, starting with our youth, women's, and a premier match. The Brady Group has been an incredible partner. You're back again.
Looking forward to it.
As a feature team. So you will see the Brady Group jerseys out there on incredible athletes, which are the horses, and with just remarkable and competitive polo players out there for a good cause. Again, 100% of the proceeds go to benefit people helping people, and it is our most important fundraiser. There is also an experience for every person. We have general admission, which is a family-friendly space with food trucks and Fig Brew and Happy Canyon wines. Happy Canyon Vineyard has a wine club section, which this year is also going to be inclusive of anybody can go there. And then our VIP signature pavilion, which is a fully seated meal prepared by Jake Francis of Valley Piggery. Incredible cocktails and wines and a reception, cabanas and field seating, and incredible local businesses that sponsor our teams. It's a full day of polo, so meet us at the fields, find your best hat and suit, get ready for the divot stomp, and it's a much anticipated event of the Valley. It's a fun day, and it will be held on June 10th.
We love living in the Santa Ynez Valley, and so we really want to support and promote everything that's connected with the Santa Ynez Valley, and it's the community, and people helping people is an incredible part of that, and it provides an incredible service. So I'm glad you were able to come and talk to us about it. And tell us about it, and all of you out there, make sure you check out People Helping People, and if you have the financial wherewithal, give a little bit of money and time, and you can come down and meet Erica and her great people.